What if I told you that the most successful person you've never heard of isn't a billionaire, a celebrity, or a tech genius? They don't have millions of followers, their name isn't trending, and you won't find their story in the headlines. Yet, their life holds a lesson more powerful than any viral success story. Today, I want to share with you the untold story of someone whose quiet achievements and relentless spirit can change the way you think about success forever. Let's start with a question. What does success really mean? For most of us, it's easy to get caught up in the world's definition: money, fame, status, recognition. We scroll through social media, seeing highlight reels of people who seem to have it all. But what if true success is something deeper, something quieter, something that doesn't always get noticed? That's the story I want to tell you today. Her name is Maya. You've probably never heard of her. She doesn't have a Wikipedia page, and you won't find her on any top 100 lists. But Maya's story is a blueprint for real, lasting success, the kind that endures long after the applause fades. Maya grew up in a small town, the kind of place where everyone knows your name and your business. Her family didn't have much. Her father worked long hours at a factory. Her mother cleaned houses. From a young age, Maya learned the value of hard work, not because anyone told her, but because she saw it every day. She watched her parents sacrifice, save, and struggle, all to give her and her siblings a better life. But Maya's journey wasn't easy. She was an average student, never the top of her class. She didn't win awards or get special attention. In fact, she often felt invisible. But there was something different about her: a quiet determination, a refusal to give up, even when things got hard. While others chased quick wins, Maya played the long game. She believed that small, consistent effort would add up, even if no one noticed at first. After high school, Maya didn't go to a prestigious university. She couldn't afford it. Instead, she took a job at a local bakery, waking up before dawn to knead dough and serve customers. It wasn't glamorous, but Maya approached it with pride. She learned every part of the business, from baking bread to balancing the books. She asked questions, took notes, and paid attention to the details others ignored. Most people would have seen that job as a dead end, but Maya saw it as a classroom. She saved every extra dollar, read business books at night, and dreamed of one day opening her own bakery. For years, nothing seemed to change. She worked, saved, learned, and waited. Friends moved away, chasing bigger dreams in bigger cities. Maya stayed, quietly building her foundation. Then, one winter, the bakery owner announced he was retiring. The business was struggling, and he planned to close the doors for good. Maya saw an opportunity. She gathered her savings, took a deep breath, and made an offer to buy the bakery. It was a risk. She had never run a business before, and the odds were against her. But she believed in herself, and in the lessons she'd learned through years of quiet effort. The first year was brutal. Maya worked longer hours than ever, sometimes sleeping in the back room to save on rent. She faced setbacks: broken equipment, slow sales, harsh winters that kept customers away. There were days she wanted to quit, days she wondered if she'd made a huge mistake. But every morning, Sis sew it up. She greeted customers with a smile, tried new recipes, and listened to feedback. Slowly, word spread. People started coming not just for the bread, but for the warmth and care Maya poured into everything she did. Over time, the bakery became a cornerstone of the community. Maya hired local teens, taught them skills, and gave them their first jobs. She donated leftover bread to shelters, sponsored school events, and always had a kind word for anyone who walked through her door. She never became rich or famous, but her life touched hundreds, maybe thousands, of people. She built something lasting, not just a business, but a legacy of kindness, resilience, and quiet excellence. So why am I telling you Maya's story? Because in a world obsessed with instant success and viral fame, we forget that the most meaningful achievements often happen out of the spotlight. Maya's success wasn't about luck or talent or being in the right place at the right time. It was about showing up, day after day, doing the work no one else wanted to do, and refusing to give up when things got hard. Think about your own life. Maybe you feel invisible, like your efforts don't matter, like no one notices the work you put in. Maybe you're not the loudest, the fastest, or the most talented. But Maya's story proves that you don't have to be. Real success is built in the shadows, in the early mornings and late nights, and the choices you make when no one is watching. There's a reason you've never heard of Maya. She didn't chase attention. She didn't need validation from the world. Her reward was the quiet satisfaction of knowing she gave her best, helped others, and built something that mattered. That's a kind of success no one can take away. But there's more to Maya's story, lessons about resilience, about finding meaning in the ordinary, about the power of small acts done with great love. If you're ready to hear how Maya's quiet success changed not just her life, but the lives of everyone around her, keep watching, because the next part of her story might just change the way you see your own. As the years passed, Maya's bakery became more than just a place to buy bread. It became a safe haven for people who needed a smile, a listening ear, or a sense of belonging. She remembered everyone's name, their favorite pastries, and even the little details about their lives. When someone lost a job, Maya would quietly slip an extra loaf into their bag. When a student needed a place to study, she'd clear a table and bring them a cup of tea. Her kindness rippled through the town, creating connections that lasted far beyond a single transaction. But Maya's story isn't just about generosity. It's about resilience. There were times when the economy dipped, when new competitors opened nearby, when she faced personal losses and heartbreak. Each time, she could have given up. But Maya understood something most people overlook. Success, isn't about never falling down. S about getting back up, again and again. She adapted, learned new skills, and found creative ways to keep her business alive. She'd never let setbacks define her. Instead, she used them as fuel to grow stronger. One day, a young woman came into the bakery, looking lost and overwhelmed. She'd just moved to town, didn't techno engine, and was struggling to find her place. Maya welcomed her, offered her a job, and became a mentor. That young woman would later say that Maya changed her life not with grand gestures, but with steady support and belief. And she wasn't the only one. Over the years, dozens of people would say the same thing. Maya made them feel seen, valued, and capable of more than they imagined. So, what can we learn from Maya's untold story? First, that real success is measured not by what you have, but by what you give. It's about the impact you make, the lives you touch, and the legacy you leave behind. Second, that greatness doesn't require a spotlight. You don't need to be famous to make a difference. You just need to show up, do your best, and care deeply about the people around you. And finally, Maya's story reminds us that the most successful people are often the ones you've never heard of. They're the quiet builders, the everyday heroes, the ones who choose persistence over praise, and kindness over recognition. Their stories may not go viral, but their impact is real and lasting. If Maya's story inspired you, I invite you to look for the Mayas in your own life. The people who show up, who give without expecting anything in return, who make the world a little brighter just by being in it. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be inspired to become that person for someone else. If you want to hear more real stories and practical wisdom, make sure to subscribe and stay connected. Share in the comments who inspires you, or how you're making a difference in your own quiet way. Thank you for watching, and remember, true success isn't about being known by the world, it's about being remembered by the hearts you touch. See you in the next video.